welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Nikki here. So today I wanted to just sit down, play with some makeup, have some fun. All I knew is that I wanted it to be very sparkly and glittery. I think in my head it was going to be a lot more sparkly, but I actually love it. I got to play around with a new eyeshadow palette as well, and it's something that I will definitely use time and time again. It's a really good go-to GLAM palette. So if you guys want to see how I achieved this makeup look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to start off just with a bare face, and then I'm going to be using the Pixi. This is the Rose Ceramide Cream. I love this stuff. It's so hydrating. It's going to be the perfect base for before we're going to put the makeup on. So I'm going to chuck a little bit of this cream on just to create some hydrated skin, add a little bit of plumpness to my skin, and get it all nice and ready. Now, for those of you guys that follow me on Instagram, I'll leave the link down below. I do daily tutorials there, but you know that I do a lot of skincare on my Instagram, and this has to be one of my favorite foundations, no, favorite moisturizers. Look how hydrating it is. I love the moisturizers that are kind of like oily and they look like oil on the skin. I like anything really hydrating because my skin is naturally dehydrated, and this just does it for me. Now I'm going to try a little bit of this. I've never tried it before. It's the Bobbibrown Extra Golden Glow Illuminating Moisture Balm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this on just the high points of the face, and then I'm just going to use my beauty blender and blend that into the skin, and we'll see what it does. Not going to lie, if I'm honest, can't see any difference. It's because I put down that Pixi ceramide cream that's very like oily and glowy. So I think if I use the Bobbibrown without the Pixi, then it would look a bit like the Pixi, I'd assume. It feels really nice on the skin. It smells nice. I feel like it just adds a little bit of glow. You can see it a little bit more here, but it is supposed to be a moisturizer balm, so I'll have to try that without. For foundation, we're going to go with good old Mercier. This is the tinted moisturizer in the shade Tan. I'm going to pop this on my beauty blender and then just bounce that all over the skin. I haven't actually worn makeup for a good week or so now, so I'm really excited to put this on all over my face. I'm also going to take it down my neck and chest area, anything that's exposing, just to create a really nice blank canvas. Guys, don't you love it when you find a foundation? I feel like in this foundation, I feel that confident where I'm like, I could just wear this foundation, you know. I'm good to go. I'm done. Honestly, I'm done. In the summer, I'm done. This is all I'm going to wear. Like, this foundation is so nice. For concealer, let's use Bobbibrown concealer. I've got one that is just going to correct, so it's going to get rid of the darkness. And then I've got another one by Bobbibrown that is just going to brighten. So we have warm honey and sand. We're going to kill two birds with one stone. We're going to apply the warm honey on first, and then the sand over the top, and then sand down the center just to brighten as well. And then we will blend that out using our beauty blender as well. So it just does it all in one go. Nice and lifted. I feel like I thought that I hadn't tried these concealers before. I have, and I love the color of warm honey. Like, I love it. I think it's a perfect match. Don't like the applicator. I don't know what it is about the applicator. I just wish, or the formula, I wish the formula was a little bit more liquidy and runny so I could get it on. I feel like I'm dragging it on the skin. Anyways, we are going to go ahead and I'm going to powder now. I'm going to be using the Mercier translucent powder. Usually I would cream bronze, but we're going to powder bronze because 2020, we're trying to save some time. So I'm just going to powder mostly down my T-zone and underneath my eyes just to set all that in place. Let's move on to bronzing. I can see a little bit of darkness underneath my eyes, but I'm going to try and ignore that. Let's bronze with a Fenty Beauty. This is Caramel Cutie. I'm just going to go around the outskirts of the face and the cheeks to bronze my skin out. We're also going to do down the sides of the nose as well. Let's do a little skin. I can't believe how quickly my makeup routine seems to go when I don't cream bronze. I don't know why. Maybe I should stop doing that. I'm going to be using a patrickta blusher. This is in She's Seductive and She's Sincere. I'm going to mix between the two because I can never make my mind up between them both. You've got an orangey and then you've got a pinky as well. So let me mix them, pop them on the apples of the cheek, and I'm going to pop this on the bridge of the nose as well because I kind of like that look. Okay, now I'm going to move on to eyes. I've already put my brows on because they're the same in every single video. So watch my last video or the video before if you want to see how I do my brows. Now I'm really excited because I've actually got the Morphe 39L Hit the Lights palette. Oh my gosh. And I love the fact that they've collaborated with influencers on this palette. So what I'm going to do is I definitely want to use the glitters. They've got some really beautiful highlighters in here. For this look, Of course, I don't really have like a kind of theme other than I want it to be shining and glistening and glitter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with, I believe this is Twee's side, the side that Twee's curated. And we're going to go into this really beautiful warm brown shade. And I'm just going to pop this in the crease with a really fluffy brush. Just lightweight, just so we've got a little bit of that definition. Okay, pigment. So Morphe is always really good. Their eyeshadow palettes are amazing, really, really pigmented. You need the tiniest amount. Like, I'm tapping excess off because you need the tiniest amount. I would say the color came out a little bit darker than what I expected, but that I believe isn't the palette's fault. I think that's my fault because I've got concealer down, so it's always going to get a little bit darker with the kind of dampness underneath. But I love the color nonetheless. I think it's a beautiful kind of like everyday crease color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that color now, I'm going to pop a little bit on my lower lash line as well. Okay, now that that's down, if I'm honest, every day I will put on a little bit of mascara, maybe some falsies, and I'd be good to go. But I want this to be a glittery look, and the two colours when I saw this palette, the two colours that have been screaming my name are the gold and the silver, and I can't really pick between the two. So what I'm going to do is, ideally I'd like to put them on using my finger, but because of my long nails I can't do that. So I'm going to use a synthetic flat brush. We're going to mix between the gold and the silver, and I'm going to pop this all over the lid. Okay, them colours, I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but oh my god, in real life they're beautiful. Also, what I did is I actually worked it up into my crease, which is like a really big no-no usually, but I feel like because I've done that, you can see the glitter, like the little sparkles, and it doesn't look like a solid glitter. It looks like little sparkles, which I like. I'm gonna just go ahead and do the other eye. I'm in love with them eyes. I think for a night out, even for a photo, they just look so beautiful with your hair tied up. And I know I've gone into the crease, but I kind of like that look. Let's add a little shimmy. I'm going to go in to this central shade right here. I believe these are all highlighters. So I'm going to go into this central shade, and I'm going to pop this into my inner corners. Now that that's done, I can see some of the highlighter shades have like shimmers in them. And then this one at the bottom isn't very glittery. So I'm going to just go into that one, and I'm going to highlight my face. So I'm going to do down my nose and also my cheekbones too. I'm not the biggest fan of that kind of like highlight line. So I'll just go over with my blusher brush. Kind of pat over it all. That way you don't get that big line. It's like a glow from within, you know. Using my Huda Beauty, I'm going to use the Life Liner, and I'm just going to line just the outer corners, kind of just elongate this section right here and do a wing there. Now, because I can and because I want to, I actually am in love with like Diamante crystal makeup. Don't know whether it really suits me, but what I'm going to do is I've got these round gems. They're very, very small, and I'm thinking that I'm just going to dot them over the eyes. I wanted to put some in my hair, but I think I might make this a little bit more of a wearable look for you guys. So I'm just going to add a couple of these gems on the eyes. In the end, guys, I know, pretty boring. I tried the crystals on top of the eyes. You couldn't see them. There was no point. I think that would work if you had like a black laid down. That would be really nice. So then what I ended up just doing was put in 2 crystals underneath. Of course, you don't need to do this. You can put crystals wherever you want. I even thought about doing little crystals as freckles, but let's make this wearable. I think this looks pretty cute. So I'm going to move on to adding mascara. I'm going to use the Revolution. This is the Mascara Revolution. I'm going to pop this on to my lashes. For lashes now, I'm going to pop on my Doll lash. These are the Doll Beauty Selena lashes, which I absolutely love. So I'm just going to pop these bad boys on. Okay, now that lashes are on, I like these lashes because they look lashy, but you can also see the eyeshadow, so I like that about them. I'm just going to pop on a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes. Okay guys, now moving on to lips, I'm going to line with my LA Colors Chocolate Lip Liner. For a little bit of colour on the lips, before I go in with gloss, I'm going to use L'Oreal. This is the Colour Rich Ultra Matte No Diktat. I do love this colour. It's a really beautiful kind of cool toned nude. So I'm just going to dot this on to the lips and then blot it just because I want like a faint colour shade of it. Now that that is on the lip, I definitely want glossy lips because that's what I'm feeling right now. I'm going to use this. It's called I believe it's called I'm Meme Lip Jelly. It's super cute. Got really cute love hearts in there, and it's just a clear gloss. So I'm going to apply quite a bit of this on to the lip. I feel like that might have had a little bit of a tint to it because it's tinted my lips a little bit pink. So I'm going to go over the top with Bobbibrown. This is the Deluxe Liquid Lip Rich Luster and Crystal Ball, and I'm just going to pop it in at the center. And that, guys, is it for this makeup look. All I knew is that I wanted it. I can't get my words out. All I knew is that I wanted it to be glittery, and I feel like it's glittery and metallic-y, very New Year's-y. Let me know what you think of it down below. I also think I'm going to be doing a little bit more skin related videos on this channel because it is a great passion of mine. Let me know your thoughts for that down below. Follow me on Instagram, I'll leave that down below as well, and I love you guys so very much. I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.